Yes, welcome you all. Okay, today we are going to see the lab experiment programs. Okay, the first experiment is the greatest among three numbers program. Okay, see, this is the program. We are going to find the greatest among three numbers. Okay, see, a equal to integer of input of enter the first number. Okay, I am running the program. So it is asking enter the first number. So I am giving 50. Next, enter the second number. I am giving 60. Next, enter the third number. I am giving 70. Okay, so now A value is 50, B value 60, C value 70. Next, if A greater than B, I am going to check. How do we find whether the which number is greatest among three numbers? Okay, if A is greater than B and A is greater than C means A is the greatest. Okay, so here we are going to check A is 50, B is 60. 50 is greater than 60, condition false. Condition false means go to elif statement. Here, B greater than C. B is 60. 60 is greater than 70. Again false. Again false means go to else statement. See, the greatest number is C. Okay. See the output. Greatest number is C is the output. Okay. Next one, we are going to see the second program, sum of n natural numbers. Okay. Sum of n natural numbers. See, here num equal to integer of input of enter the number. See, enter the number. I am giving one number. Okay. I am giving 5. Okay. Now, num value is 5. Num value is 5. While num value 5 less than or equal to 0, condition false. Condition false means go to else block. Okay. See here, while loop contains the else block. Okay, if the condition is false means go to else block. Here sum equal to 0, initially sum equal to 0. Next, for I in range of 1 comma num plus 1. What is num? Num is 5, 5 plus 1 is 6. Range of 1 comma 6. What is the value? For range of 1 comma 6 means I value is initially 1, next time 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is the I value. Initially I value is 1. First time I value 1. Sum equal to sum plus I. What is sum? Sum also initially 0. So 0 plus 1, 1. Okay. Next, again it is going to for loop. This time what is I value? I value is 2. So sum value is 1. So 1 plus 2, that is 3. That is the sum value. Next again going to for loop. This time I value 3. So sum value is 3. 3 plus 3, 6 is the answer. Next again go to for loop. This time I value 4. So sum value is 6. So 6 plus 4, 10 is the answer sum value. Again going to for loop. Here I value 5. So 10 plus 5, 15 is the answer. That is sum. Okay. Here see the output. Sum of 5 natural numbers is 15. Okay, that is so in the output screen. Suppose I am running the same program. Okay, I am running the same program again. This time I am enter. It is asking enter a number. I am giving -4. See, -4 I am giving. So num value is -4. -4 less than or equal to 0. Yes, condition true. Condition true means go to while block. Here num. Okay, enter the positive number. It is asking to enter the positive number. So I am giving -4. See, enter the positive number. It is asking enter the positive number. Again, I am giving -1. See what will happen? Again, it is asking enter the positive number because okay, because here we are using while loop. Inside the while loop, I am asking enter the positive number. If the number is greater than 0 means greater than or equal to 0 means it going to the else part. Okay, greater than 0 means it goes to the else part. So this time I am again giving 10. So it goes to else part. Okay. See, I am running the program. First time I am giving -2. Next time I am giving 5. See, it is showing the answer. Next, third program. This is the to find the prime numbers within a range. Okay, lower range, upper range. Okay, here I am running the program. Enter the lower range. I am giving 1. Enter the upper range. I am giving 3 or I am giving 10. Okay, see the output. It is showing the prime numbers between 1 and 10. What are the prime numbers between 1 and 10? 2, 3, 5, 7. Okay, these are all the output. Okay, let's see our program. See, prime numbers between lower and upper are, okay, it is displaying in the output screen. Okay, no problem. Next, for. See, this for loop is used to execute the following programs, okay, until the lower and upper range. Okay, see, lower range is 1. So num value is 1 to upper plus 1. Upper value is 10, 10 plus 1, 11. So this for loop execute 1 to 10 times it will execute. Okay, that is the purpose of the first for loop. Next we are coming inside the for loop. Here if num. What is num? Okay, here first time what is num value? Lower. What is lower? 1 is the lower. First time num value is 1. Num value is 1. Next time 2, 3, up to how many times? Up to 10. 10 times the num value. Okay, num value is starting from 1 to 10. Initially num value is 1. Here num 1 is greater than 1. Condition false. Okay, why we are checking this means the prime number is always greater than 1 and it cannot be formed by multiplying two smaller number than this number. Okay, so we are going to check whether the number is greater than 1 or not. Okay, because prime number is always greater than 1. So number is greater than 1. Yes. No, first number is not greater than 1, is equal to 1. So we don't consider this one. Okay, where we are going, if condition is false means nothing is executed. So again I am going to for loop. Again I am going to for loop. Okay, this time what is the num value? Num value is 2. Next time num value is 2. Here 2 is greater than 1. Yes, condition true. I am coming inside the if block. Here for loop is there. Here 2 comma num. Here starting number is 2 comma num. Num also 2. Okay, 2 comma 2. Okay, so 2. Here if 2 modulus I, 2 modulus 2 equal to 0. Yes, condition true. So it is going to break. Okay, 2 modulus 2. Here we are going to check the number. Okay, here condition is false. 2 comma 2. Okay, so condition is false. Condition false means we are coming to the else block. Here print of num, that is 2 is printed in the output screen. Next time again it is going to take the number 3. If 3, number 3 is greater than 1, yes, condition true. Here again I am coming inside 2 comma 3. 2 comma 3 means what is the value of 2 comma 3? Range of 2 comma 3, that is 2. So I value is 2. So here num is 3. 3 modulus 2 equal to 0. Condition false. Condition false means okay, nothing is executed. Nothing is executed. So again it goes to for loop. Next time for, okay, like that. Here condition false. Condition false means it comes to the else block. Here else block 3 is printed. Next time 4, like that it will execute. Next, sequential search program. Okay. See, initially my list equal to integer of input of enter the list of elements. Enter the list of elements here for I in range of 0 comma size. For I in range of 0 comma size, here enter the list of elements. Enter the list of elements. I'm going to run the program. Enter the list of elements. Here I'm giving 5. So what is the size? Size is the 5. Size is the 5. So for I in range of 0 comma 5. So 5 times it is asking enter the list of elements. Okay. See, first line size equal to enter the size of the list. Yes, it is showing in the output screen. I gave size is 5. So next time my list equal to I am going to create the list. Here integer of input of enter the list elements. So it will ask enter the list elements. How many times it will ask? 5 times, because for I in range of 0 comma size. So 0 comma size is 5. So 0 to 5 means 0 to 4. So 5 times it is asking enter the list of elements, enter the list of elements, like that. So here enter the list of elements. I am giving 1, next time 2, next time 3, next time 4, next time 5. Okay. See, next, here this program is the sequential search. Sequential search means there are 5 numbers are stored in the list. We are going to check whether the given number is in the list or not. Okay, that is our program. So enter the search number. Here see, search equal to enter the search number. I am going to search number 5. Okay, see, number 5 is in the list at the index number 4. So what will happen? Search value is 5 for I in range of 0 comma len of my list. What is my list? My list size is 5. So len of my list means 5. 0 comma 5 means 0 to 4. Okay. So range of 0 comma 5 means I value is 0 to 4. If search, that is number 5 equal to my list of 0. Okay. Whether my what is my list of 0? Here see in the output screen. My list of 0 is the number 1. My list of 1, 2. 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5. So I'm going to check whether the my list of 0. What is my list of 0? That is 1. Okay, I'm going to search 5 equal to 1, condition false. Again it goes to for loop. Again it goes to for loop. This time I am going to check 5 equal to 1, 5 equal to 2. Again condition false. Next again going to for loop. 5 equal to 3, false. 5 equal to 4, false. 5 equal to 5, yes, condition true. So here search 5 is found at position I. What is I value? 4. So see in the output screen. See, enter the search number 5. 5 is found at position 4. That is the output. Okay. Suppose I am running the same program again. I am giving the size of the list is 5. This time 1, 2, 3, 4, 43, 5. This time I am searching the element 78. 78 is not in the list. So it is displaying element 78 is not found. Okay. It comes to the else spot for the for loop. So element 75, 78 is not found. Next program. Next experiment is the calculator program. Okay, we are going to get two values, a value, b value, and we are going to do the arithmetic operations, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, floor division, exponential, okay, power value, okay, like that. We are going to do many operations. Here I am going to run the program. Enter a value. Okay, I am giving 10. Next, enter b value. I am giving 2. Okay, see in the third line, number 1 addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus, exponential, floor division existed. Okay, it is displaying in the output screen. Okay, it is displayed in the output screen. Next, while of true. Here the condition is always true. So while loop is continuously executing, okay, till it commits the break statement. Okay, till it commits the break statements. So here I first time I may enter into the while loop. Here choice equal to integer of input of enter your choice. See in the output screen, it is asking the choice. I am giving number 1. What is 1? Addition is the choice. Okay, see choice value is 1. If choice that is 1 equal to 1, yes, condition true. So it comes into the if block. C equal to a plus b. What is a plus b? That is I gave a value is 10, b value is 2. Okay, so what is the output? 12 is the output. Addition of a and b is c, that is 12. Next time it is again asking enter your choice. Okay, because I always give the condition is true condition, so it is executing. Okay, always it is asking enter your choice. So this time I am giving enter your choice is 2. So what will happen? See, L if choice equal to 2, this block of statement will execute. So C equal to A minus B. So 10 minus 2, what is the answer? 8 is the answer. Again it is asking enter your choice. This time I am giving 3. So it goes to choice number 3. See what is the choice number 3? Multiplication. So 10 into 2, 20 is the output. Next time I am giving choice is 4. See what is the fourth choice? Fourth choice is division. 10 divided by 2. What is the answer? 5.0. Okay. Next time I am giving choice is 5. So what is the choice is 5? 5 is 10 modulus 2. What is the remainder? 10 divided by 2. What is the remainder? Remainder is 0. So it is giving the answer is 0. Next I am giving the choice is 6. Enter your choice 6. See what is the choice 6? This is the power a power b exponential statement. Okay, see double star is used for the exponentials, that is a power b. A is 10, 10 power 2, 10 squared, that is 100. Okay, next time I am giving the choice is 7. What is the seventh choice? Seventh choice is floor division. See floor division also like a division. Okay, here a divided by b. What is a? 10 divided by 2. Okay, what is the quotient value? 5. Okay, here if it gives the, it will not give the rounded value. Okay, if any one number is negative number means it is going to round the value. Okay, here both the number are positive, so no problem. If any one number is negative means it give the rounded value. Okay, for example, minus 10 divided by 3. Minus 10 divided by 3 means 3 times. Okay, so otherwise minus 11 by 4. What is 11 by 4? 2 times 4, 8. Again remainder is 3. 0.0 means 7. Okay, so 2.7. So minus 2.7, it is going to rounded value is minus 3. That is the answer. Next I am giving the choice is 8. Choice is 8 means break. See, break means what will happen? It is going to come outside the while loop. See, come outside the while loop, there is no line is there, so it is displaying. Okay, suppose I am giving the choice, I am again running the program. A value 2, B value 2. Here enter your choice, I am giving 56. There is no choice 56, even though I gave. See what will happen? It comes to the else block, enter the choice between 1 and 8. Again I am giving 45. What will happen? Enter your choice between 1 and 8. This time I am giving 8. So exit the program. See, that's all. Next, we are going to see the sixth experiment. Okay, that is the string functions. String functions. Let's see all the functions one by one. Okay, here capitalize function. The capitalize function is used to capitalizes the first character of the string. Okay, next case fold function. Okay, it is used to caseless comparison. It is used for the caseless comparison. It is also gives the small letters, case fold. Okay, next center. Center means okay, it place the string in the center position with the width and the fill care. Next count. Count function is used to count the number of occurrences of a substring in a string between the begin and end index. Next decode means decodes the string, encode means encodes the string. Next ends with. See, we are going to check whether the given string is ends with particular substring or not. Next, expand tabs. Okay, it defines tabs in string to multiple spaces. Next, find. Find function is used to return the index value of the substring. Okay. Format. It returns a formatted version of S. Next, index. Okay. See, here index function also returns the index number. Suppose if the particular string is not found means it throws an error. Okay, but find function, it will not throw an error. That is the difference between index and find. Next is all num. Okay, it returns true if all the characters in the string are alphanumeric. Otherwise, it returns false. Next is alpha. It is going to check whether all the characters are alphabets. Then it returns true, otherwise it returns false. Next is decimal. It is going to check whether the given string is decimal or not. If it is decimal means it returns true, otherwise false. Is digit. It is also going to check whether all the characters are digits in the string. If all the characters are digits means it returns true, otherwise false. Is identifier. It returns true if the string is the valid identifier. Next is lower. It checks whether the given string is all the characters are lowercase or not. Is numeric. It is going to check whether is numeric characters or not. Is printable. If all the characters of S are printable means it returns true, otherwise false. Next is upper. Whether it is uppercase or not, we are going to check. Is space. We are going to check whether the white space is in the string or not. Next is title. Whether the string is in the title case or not. Is upper. Okay. We are going to check all the characters of the string is uppercase or not. Next, join. Join means it merges the strings representation of the given sequence. Next, len function, it is going to return the length of the string. L just means left justify. Okay, so left side justified. Next, lower means it is going to convert the given string into lower case. Next, L strip means it removes all the leading white spaces of a string. Next, partition, it is going to partition the string with the given substring. Next, make trans, it returns a translation table to be used in the translate function. Next, replace, we are going to replace the old character with the new character of the string. Next, R find, it is similar to the find function. What is the difference? It traverses the string in backward direction, okay, reverse direction. R index also, it traverses the string in backward direction. Next, R just means right justified. Next, R strip means it removing all the trailing white spaces of a string. Next, R split, see, it is also look like the split function. Okay. Next, split function, it is going to split according with the space. Next, split lines, it returns the list of strings at each line with new line removed. Next, starts with, whether the given string starts with the particular substring or not. Next is strip. Strip means it is used to perform the L strip function and R strip on the string. Swap case, it is going to change the cases, lowercase to uppercase and uppercase to lowercase. Next, title, it is used to convert the string into the title case. Next, translate function. Next, upper, it converts the given string into uppercase. Next, eject fill. Eject fill means zero fills. Okay, we can fill with zeros in the front of the string. Next, R partition. Okay, that's all. See, let's see the example program for these. See the example program here. Here the capitalize function. Okay, what is the capitalize function? It is going to capitalize the first character of the string to capital letter. So what is output? See, input is Gova2, small letter Gova2. Output is capital letter Gova2. Next, case fold function. Okay, see, str equal to Gova2, str2 equal to str dot case fold. What is case fold? Case fold means it returns the given string into lower case. Okay, see the output. First one old value is capital letter Gova2, new value is small letter Gova2. Next is center method. Here see, str equal to hello Gova2, str dot center of 20 has. Here, how many characters are there? Hello Gova2. Okay, around 13 characters, exactly 13 characters are there in hello Gova2. So remaining 7 we are going to fill up with the hash symbol. Okay, see, in the front 3 hash symbol, at the last 4 hash symbol. Next, count function, we are going to count the how many A's are there. Okay, how many A's are there? Here we are going to count. Str equal to A, B, B, C, C, A. This is the str. Here, str dot count of A. How many A's are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 A's are there. So it returns output as 6. Next, encode function. Okay, see, encode function, it is going to encode the string. My string is hello. After encoded, see the output. After encoded, be hello. That is the encoded. Next, ends with method. Okay, here the string str hello, this is Gova2 full stop. Whether it ends with dot, yes, it ends with dot. So what is output? True is the answer. Next, expand tabs. Here welcome slash t, to slash t, the slash t. See slash t means it gives some space. See in the output screen. Next find method. Okay, it is going to check whether the we are going to find there is available in the string or not. Okay, whether is there is there, yes, there is available in the string. So what is the output? It returns its index number. So 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. 11 is the starting letter of the index number t. T index number is 11. Okay, so 11 is the output. Next format function. Here see this open curly brace and close curly brace, it going to return str comma str2. What is str? Java. So this open curly brace and close curly brace value is Java. Next to open curly brace, close curly brace value is C. Okay, C sharp. Okay, that's all. That is replaced by using the format function. Next index method. See index of at. Whether is there at in the str? Yes, at is there. What is the index number for the at a? Here a index number 17 is the index number for the a in at. So it returns 17. Next is all num. Okay, see whether is alpha numeric or not. Okay, here I am going to check str dot is all num. Welcome is all num. Yes, is all numeric. Alpha numeric, yes, true, condition is true. Here see some white space is coming, so it returns the false. Okay, white space is not alpha or numeric, so it returns false. Next is alpha. Here Goa tour dot is alpha. Yes, yeah, everything is alphabet, so it returns true. Next is decimal. See 1 2 3. Yes, str dot is decimal. Yes, it is true. Str3 dot is decimal. Here floating point number is not decimal number. Okay, so it returns false. So first one is true, second one is false. Next is digit. Yes, here all are digits. Here hyphen is there, so it is not a digit. So it returns false. First one true, second one false. Next is identifier. Okay, see, is the proper string or not? Yes, it is proper string, so it returns true. Is identifier. Next is lower method. Whether all the characters in the str is lowercase or not? Yes, all the characters are in lowercase, so it returns true. Next is numeric function. Here, whether all the all the characters are numeric or not? Yes, all are numeric, so it returns true. Next is printable. Okay, here see the first one str equal to hello Goa tour. Yes, it is printable. Next one here slash n is there, so it is false. Here slash t is there, it is also false. So first one is true, next two are false. Next is upper function. Okay, whether all the characters in the str is uppercase? Yes, everything is in uppercase, so it returns true. Here only L is the uppercase, E, A, everything is lowercase, so it returns false. So true, false. Next, E space method. Here empty string is there, one white space is there. Yes, so it returns true. Here, see, here also, here we are having AB, some characters are there, so it returns false. Okay, whether we are going to check the given string is empty string or not. So empty string means true, otherwise false. Next is title method. Is title method, it returns whether the given string is in title case or not. Title case means first character of the string is uppercase. See here, welcome, W is uppercase, to, T is uppercase, Goa tour, G is uppercase. So E is title, yes, E is title case. Here, H is small letter, so here condition false. So first one true, second one false. Next E is upper function. Whether E is uppercase or not, yes, first str is uppercase, everything is uppercase. So it returns true. Here E is lowercase, so it returns false. Next join function. Here it is going to join the list with the string. So a string str equal to 1 colon. Here list equal to 1, 2, 3. Here I am going to join the list with str. Here see the output 1 colon 2 colon 3. Next L just. L just means left justify. Okay, see left justify of 20 means here Goa tour, how many characters are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 characters are there. The remaining 13 characters are empty space. Remaining 13 white spaces are empty space is given. Next load method. Okay. We are going to check whether the given string is lowercase or not. No, here we are going to convert the given string into lowercase. Okay, that is the lower function. So here G is capital letter. I'm converted it into G to small letter. Everything converted it into small letter. Next L strip. L strip means left strip. So left side white space. It is going to remove left side white spaces. See here str, some white space is there. 2 white space is there in the str in the front. Okay, so I'm going to remove these white spaces. So str dot left strip. So left side I'm removing the white spaces. So I'm going to print the output. See here, first one the output is look like this. The second one I removed the white spaces. So see the output. Next partition method. It is going to split the string with the given substring. See here partition of is. So I am going to divide the partition. Okay, so Java is separately, is separately, next yeah, programming language is separately. So see in the output screen, see Java is yeah, programming language is separate. Next Java, I am going to partition Java means what is the output? Java, first one comma, next Java is a programming language. Next language, I am going to split language. So see the output, language is separated and then Java is a programming is separated. Next AV. AV means Java, here AV, so J is separated, AV is separated. Next A is a programming language is separated. Next replace method. I am going to replace the Java into C. See here I am going to replace one substring with the another substring. Okay, in the string Java is a programming language. Here I am going to replace Java to C. Okay, so what is the output? C is a programming language. Next R find method. Okay, I am going to find the Java. It returns the index number of J, Java. So index number is 6, that is R find. Next R index. Here also T. Here R index. What is the T index number? Here first 2 is there. In the index number 1 there is a T. Here also T is there. The last one also T is there. It consider the last number. Okay, last T index number. Last T index number is 22. Next R just means right justify. Okay, so right justify of 20 means here 7 characters are there in the str. The first 13 characters are white spaces. After that only it will print the output. Next R strip. R strip means right side, it is going to remove the white spaces. See, I am going to remove the white spaces in the right of the string, end of the string. Here, see, there is one white space. After the Java and C sharp, there is one white space is there. Okay, see, I am going to remove that white space here. Okay, here 2 times I am giving comma str2. Then only we can easily understand. Okay, 2 times I am giving means here also Java and C sharp continuously here also it will print Java and C sharp because we have removed the white space at the end of the string. Next, R split function. See, R split function, it is going to split the given string by the words. Okay, so Java is one word, so it is separated. Is one word, it is separated. A is one word. Programming language, everything is separated. Next is split method. Okay, see split method also returns the same output. Each character, each word is separated by a word. Okay. Next is split lines method. Okay. See, split lines method. str equal to Java is a programming language. Str dot split lines method. What is the output? See the output. Java is a programming language initially. Next str2. What is str2? Java is a programming language. Okay. In this list format. Next time split lines here see slash n is there, here also slash r is there, so it is splitted by the slash n and slash r. So Java next EC programming is separated, next language is separated. Next starts with method. Okay, whether the given string is starts with hello or not. Yes, here hello is the starting, so it returns true. Next is swap case. Swap case means it convert the lowercase into uppercase and uppercase into lowercase characters. So here everything is capital letter. So what is output? Everything is the lowercase. Next, translate method. See here, str.translate of table. See the output. Next, upper method. Upper method is used to convert all the characters of the string into uppercase. See the output. Hello. Here ELLO, Goa tour is everything is small case, but it is converted into uppercase. Next, eject fill method. Eject fill means zero fill. We are going to fill with the 0. Here 20. Here how many characters in the text? Eject fill example there are 13 characters. So remaining 7 zeros is attached with the beginning of the string. Okay. Next, R partition. It is also similar to the partition method. Here, R partition of is. Okay, R partition of is. So, what is the output? Is separated. Okay, like that, we are going to separate everything. Okay, yes, students can understand. So far, we have completed the 6 lab experiments. Okay.